Alright, I had to do the video all the way over. I just recorded down in like 30 minutes of video, but it was obviously it was too long for the way that I was sending it. So I'm gonna keep this short and brief. 4 hour on GJ. So on the higher time frame, I just look for structure. Structure. When I say structure, I mean like what could price possibly go? Well, you know what I'm saying? Like price could potentially retest these highs. Price, it's just no telling. So on the higher time frame, I just mark up highs and lows. Um, Lower time frames, I could like I trade this range just by just selling the highs and buying the lows. Buy down here, get out, take profits, sell up in this area. Well, this would have been a losing trade. Then I would have did some probably like markup right here to see what price would do. But overall, we would have got that push, take profits. Could have got in right here if you ain't find the entry down here. Shoot up, take profits. But enough of all that. I'm gonna talk about what I seen on the higher time frame, my entry reason. All right, so cool. I seen the low. I seen the higher high. Higher lows, equal lows, equal lows. Then we got a push, and then we got a higher low that was made, followed by equal high. When I say equal high, I dropped to lower time frames once price got up in this area because I'm like, when price got up into this area the first time, it sold off. Sellers took control of the market, so price shot all the way up, pulled back, retested, broke that zone. And it came down and broke down. I believe this was no, I ain't take this trade. This is the example I was showing y'all in the last video. So yeah, I pretty much expected price to do the same thing. I'm like, well, pricing is on now, and this way before I seen all of this. I'm like, price up here in this area again where it was in the past, and I look for some type of weakness. I was looking for some type of weakness. I was looking for some type of weakness in this area, and we got that. We got price coming out of that area, making a higher high, higher lows, and then price broke those lows and created a lower high, and then it started creating lower lows. So pretty much what I seen was my first indicator was when we got in this area right here where these lows was at, the higher lows was at. We got an SMA cross, and right after that SMA cross, we got price come from right there, shoot all the way down, retest the SMAs, and then sell all the way off. So lower time frame, like what I got which one I got my entry off of. Mark, get some reception chart. Yeah, yep, so we can even drop lowest here 1 minute. When I first started trading, I told myself, like, all this shit gotta correlate with each other. The SMA crosses shit on the 1 minute up here. That would have been a high risk trade because on lower time frame, I don't really base my structure off of lower time frame. I base my structure off a higher time frame. Like all these blue lines, these blue zones, and these horizontal lines was all off of higher time frames. All off higher time frames. Blue line, All this shit was off higher time frame. So this blue line right here was probably off the 30-minute, which still is considered a efficient. Still considered efficient, if you ask me. But 1 minute. One indicator could have been that SMA cross that was all the way up here. But then as we got price come back and retest in this area, this was my entry right here. Literally, bro. Price came back in this area while I see price come in this area before and it sold off. As if sold off right here. You see, it came in that area, sold off. Came in that area, sold off. So I was expecting the same thing to happen. I'm like, well, shit. And I ain't even checked the news. That's crazy. I'm like, I was just thirsty to get in the market because I ain't been in the market. I'm like, man. I literally do this shit day in and day out. You feel me? And I'm nowhere near where I want to be. But I got a passion and a drive already. So just imagine once I get there, how crazy it's going to be. Back to it, though. So when we came in this area, I'm like, actually, I can mark this up, too. No, I don't, because I got that zone right there. So price came in this area. It sold off. Well, price came in this area. And I seen that it was in this area before. I waited for some type of pullback, which we got. Then I wanted to see what price was gonna go. Price came up here and it sold, it rejected. And once I got that rejection, I just instantly got in. I'm like, man, I'm just gonna go with what I see. I sold it to these lows. As you see, price kept dropping. Kept dropping. So where it's at right now, I want to see how price reacts in this area. But like I say, most of everything, the structure that I'm looking at is off a higher time frame. Like in this area, price struggle. But once you got that breakout and that retest, could have got in for buys. Rolled it all the way up. So that's exactly what I'm gonna do in this area. I'm gonna let price play around in this area to show me how far I want to go down, how far I want to come up. Overall, once it do its three-legged move and breakout, then I'm gonna get in. Well, if it don't do that, it come down and do something like a three-legged extension in the breakout. Then I look for more. I look for sales, and I take my targets to either these highs or these lows. The way I be trying to clear this on. Well, let's see what price do. I took a S&P trade too, but I don't want to make this video too long, so I'm gonna end it.